Hello, my beautiful diamonds and my Teletubbies. This is SheilaTruelove here with you. And I just got through looking at a video, adult children of emotionally immature parents. And this is like a conflict that I've been having with my son, trying to get him to understand that in life, things have to work both ways. It's not about parents just respecting their children, but the children also have to respect the parents. So I'm going to share this with you piece by piece, and then I will have my, this is definitely for educational purposes and for your reaction. Let's listen.
Blackmail like crazy.
Let me hear. Wait, hold on a minute. Okay, we're going to take it from scratch.
What's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2024, and today I want to make a video for all adult children who are raised by emotionally immature parents. This video is for you. I'm making this video because oftentimes as adult children who are raised by emotionally immature parents, we were not given the level of support, care, and concern that we need in order to move successfully throughout the world. And
let me just stop on that one. Anyone who knows my relationship with me and my son, people say that I've coddled him too much and I have spoiled him. My brother even said, and I quote, "If mommy was anything like you, Sheila, I would have been a mama's boy." But the thing is, you have a lot of people who do a lot of projection. And that's what I noticed is going on with my son on this little journey that he's going through. He does nothing but projection. He doesn't, and let me tell you what he does, what I've noticed. He doesn't want to take accountability for the choices and the mistakes that he has made in life. And trust me, they have been some doozies. Okay? So instead of taking accountability, he wants to always be the victim. He's always the victim. If you don't believe me, just check out every single video he has. He's always the victim. His managers don't get it. His co-workers don't get it. Everybody in the world just don't get it. And everybody is wrong except for him. And I keep trying to get him to stand back and take a self-inventory on yourself. Come on now. And everything that he accuses people of, that's him. And yet he can't see it. And when it comes to people trying to show him appreciation like me, his mom, I appreciate he has done so much for me, and I appreciate him greatly. And every time I want to do something nice for this man, I have to almost break down in tears. Do you hear me? In tears to buy him things, to treat him good, to do something good for him. He gives me such a hard way to go. Even when he had COVID and I showed up, and I don't have a car. That took some doing on my part. No appreciation whatsoever. In fact, I got chewed out for it. You know how a mother is? I wasn't going to come to the house. I just wanted to leave it at the door and I was gone. And anytime I tried to show appreciation, it's always an issue. You have to fight. But I said, that's okay. I said, I have my brother. My brother has gratitude. He's grateful. He appreciates. I don't have to cry, almost break down in tears just to try to show you how much I do appreciate all that you've done and how you have helped me. But he doesn't see it. He doesn't see, you'll never see this man say he has a flaw. There's never nothing wrong with him. It's always everybody else. He's always the victim. And I want you to listen also when it comes to this. You don't respect people's boundaries. Everything with him is a boundary. His number one boundary is you're not allowed to disagree with him. His number two boundary is you're not allowed to have your own feelings. Don't you dare have your own feelings and your own beliefs. His major boundary is you better praise me, and praise me again. How dare you not validate me 24/7? Those are his boundaries. Now, please help me understand. Like I said, educate me. Does that sound like boundaries that are sensible or reasonable? We all set boundaries so that we can protect ourselves. But here's the key word: reasonable. How dare you tell people that they're not entitled to their feelings? Let me continue.
What ends up happening is that we feel lost, we feel confused, we feel uncared for, we feel unloved. And so this causes us to act out certain things in other relationships in our lives. And so...
You see how he's doing the blame game? Because of what my parents did, that's what causes us to act out certain things. No, baby. You're a grown adult person when you made those decisions. You're in the driver's seat. But you see how he's always doing the blame, blame, blame? It's because I didn't have good parents. If I would have had a daddy, if I would have had a... You know what I mean? No accountability. And he'll never see it. That's the sad part. He'll never see it. You made those decisions. But the thing is, what I've come to realize, look, if these adult children, the ones that I raised, thank you, Jehovah, thank you, Jesus, very successful. I set 5 goals and they were all achieved. That's right, baby. I wanted them to be God-fearing on Jesus Christ team, check. Smart and educated, check. Well-spoken, check. I wanted them to have careers instead of a job, check. I wanted them to know how to take care of themselves in my absence, check, 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 check. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you, Jesus. And they appreciate nothing. Do you hear me? They focus on everything you did wrong and none of the things that you did right. And then the thing that, let me tell you what my son really gets me upset about this man. He has nothing except for a lot of audacity. He has a lot of nerve and audacity. This dude don't have a chick or a child, but yet he wants to tell parents how to parent. What? I even suggested, why don't you get yourself a nice little dog? Okay, you know, like they say, a dog is a man's best friend because, you know, he's single and whatever. Nope, he don't want that. Okay, how about a cat? I got a cat, royalty, easy enough. You can even go on vacation, 5-6 days, have their big bowl of food. Easy. Nope, he can't even take care of a cat or a dog. But you have the nerve, the cojones to try to talk badly about parents. And I keep trying to get this kid to understand, you better watch yourself when it comes to that one, buddy boy. Matthew chapter 15, verse 4 is no joke. It shows what you're supposed to do with kids who speak badly and speak out against their parents. That's what they have therapists for. If you felt your parent had substance abuse issues, they have Al-Anon groups for that. You don't get on social media and try to tear down your mother and say that that's what's helping you to heal. That's what's helping you to heal? To tear down your own mother? Really? And it seems like the parent who stays on the job, that's the parent who gets treated the worst. The worst. But let's go on.
This video is intended to be a support and also provide education and information on how to navigate and how to deal with your emotionally immature parent.
Now, when it comes to emotionally immature, I want to pause on that. He doesn't have a clue what he's talking about in that instance. He's the one who's the people pleaser. Let me tell you, his biggest fear, his thing is confrontation. He doesn't understand that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain to a person why you said no. Just no. That's not working for me. It's not comfortable. You don't have to go into detail. Because he keeps associating confrontation, which only means to confront. He sees it as something that's going to get combatable, argumentative, and it's going to be fighting. No, it's not. Not when you're dealing with, mature. That's the key word I'm looking for. Mature people. It's just confronting things. When you have a problem, you're supposed to confront it, you address it, and that's the end of it. But that's his biggest thing. He doesn't want to have to be in a position where he has to say no because saying no makes him uncomfortable. That's emotionally immaturity. Anytime, let me tell you when you know you're emotionally still immature. You need so much outside validation, child. Jehovah, Jesus, your parents, that validation is not enough. Oh, no. You got to have all of this outside validation. That's emotionally immature. You're sitting up here, in your 40s, and you still sitting around here trying to be a people pleaser. Why? Can you help me understand why? I'm going to move it along a little bit because he got this thing about with this religion, his faith. You got to respect my faith. Oh, by the way, but they don't respect yours. He's a Jehovah's Witness. Everything is one-sided. You're supposed to respect them, but they give you no respect at all. And if he really loved Jehovah and Jesus Christ for real, he would be doing what we're instructed to do, which is to expose these false teachers, these false prophets, people with two witness rules, saying that it's okay for you not to go to the authorities first if your children were raped or abused. You're supposed to take it to their elders. They take it to their governing body, and then they take it to their lawyers. No, somebody raped your child or abused your child. What's the first thing you're going to do? Is it not to go to the authorities? I think so. But that's not what the Jehovah's Witnesses support. You want to talk about makes his faith, respect his faith. Let me get to that part, please. I move to a part where he says emotionally immature parents see their kids as competition. Honey, you can never be a competition for me. Your success is my success. You see, the way they see things is not the way I see it. What parent who's mentally and emotionally healthy and a loving parent who loves their children don't want to see their children succeed? Of course I do. But just because you don't agree with every single thing that they say or feel the exact same way that they feel, oh, you're just jealous. Honey, there's nothing about you or my children that I could be jealous. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. I already had that lifestyle. Don't want that. I was married 2.5 times. Don't want that again, ever. A ball in the chain. I choose freedom. Okay, I've money. Jehovah's blessed me beautifully. Between my job, I've gotten numerous raises. I'm a content creator that pays off pretty good. When it comes to children, I already did that. So all of that crap that you doing, baby, jealous of what exactly? But let's listen to him tell it.
And I'll give you a prime example of who is an emotionally immature parent. If you know the reality TV star, her name is now Angela White, but she used to go by Black China. Her mother, Tokyo Toni, is the perfect example of an emotionally immature parent.
That I agree. Finally, yes, thank you, Jesus. We got something we agree. That is definitely an emotionally immature parent who should be in a psychiatric hospital. And yes, she does have issues with her daughter. I agree with him on that one, 100%. But that's not my case, however.
This woman is in direct competition with her daughter. She cannot provide support, encouragement, love, none of it. She can't provide none of it because her daughter is her competitor.
I agree. I agree on that. I agree.
And that's another thing with these emotionally immature parents. They see their children as competition. They're jealous of their kids.
But like I said, that's not my case, however. And he's right. That does occur in some instances. But that's not me. Like I said, your success, sweetheart, is most definitely something that I'm very proud of you. Both of my children, I'm proud of them. But they are like an empty, basket. No matter how much you pour into them. I don't know, have you ever met people like this? No matter how much you praise them, praise and pour into them and build them up and buy balloons and do celebrations. And it's never enough. It's never enough. Oh, bottomless pits. That's what they are. They are. And where did all of this come from? I know as a parent, I wasn't perfect and I did my share, maybe 10, 20%. But let me tell you where their huge PTSD trauma came from. They're deep, deep broken, what these men have done to them. And they can't get past it. What their peers have done to them. And they take it out on the mother. She's always the one who does it all. Oh, you're the reason I can't keep relationships. You're the reason. Oh, you're the reason why I turned gay. And I was like, what, child? What? Everything is the mother's fault. They take no accountability, child. Let me continue here. I want to get to that Jehovah's Witness thing. You say parents are jealous of your kids' success. You're jealous of your kids' jobs. Wait, let me play that. What?
Money.
Wait, hold up, child.
Of an emotionally immature parent.
Go ahead.
This woman is in direct competition with her daughter.
I agree with that.
She cannot provide support. Encourage immature parents. They see their children as competition.
Not here, baby.
They're jealous of their kid.
Hardly.
They're jealous of their kids' success. They're jealous of their kids' jobs. They're jealous of their kids' money, houses, whatever their kid has.
No, I'm not jealous of your success because I'm successful. I'm not jealous of your house, my daughter's house. I don't want a house. I hate houses. I always have. Your money, I'm doing well, baby. I have everything I want and everything I need. And why would I be jealous, honey? I worked hard. Jehovah's Witnesses kept saying, do not educate your kids. Do not give them higher education. And what did I do? I insisted that my children, at least before you leave home, give mom a bachelor's. And you know what my son did? He turned that on me too. He condemned me for that. She just wants to be a golden child. No, I wanted my children to have an education so that they can be successful. Because I keep saying to myself, had I given these children to their father, you know, the one who said, I'm not giving up my life for these kids because they're not going to give up their life for me. Had I given these children to their father, would they be where they are? No, they would not. All credit goes to Jehovah and Jesus at all times. At the same time, I think you understand the point that I'm trying to make. So like I said, your success, it is my success. And I'm so proud and happy for my children. I just don't like the way they treat me, but that's okay, baby. Matthew 15, verse 4, all day long. And this is what it says in the Bible. It says that it must be done. When you have children who are ungrateful, unappreciative, it says exactly what should be done. Not should, only should. It says it must be done. Matthew 15:4.
They're jealous.
You're right.
They can't be supportive.
Let me give you his definition of supportive. His definition of supportive is even if he's wrong. He wants you to support him even if he's wrong. Don't you ever tell him anything that comes close to the truth, because now you're crossing his boundaries. Support me. Okay, I can support you, and trust me, I'm my children's biggest cheerleader. I'm always talking about how beautiful they are. I gave them too much credit, to be honest, because I had no idea that they had such low self-esteem. What? Have you seen what my son looked like? You ain't seen my daughter. She's on a scale of 1 to 10. She's an easy 12, 15, honey. Easy. My son, another easy 12, 15. He's 6'2", 6'3". What? So I never knew that they had low self-esteem. I just automatically gave that to them. They look like what the media promotes, what magazines, movies, advertisement. You look that good. You look like everything the world promotes and glorify. How the hell did you come up with some damn low self-esteem? I wasn't paying attention. I must not have been paying attention, because that didn't make sense to me.
Unfortunate, because we're looking for that love. We're looking for that nurturance. We're looking for that care and that concern. Adult children.
Look, child. I wish anybody who knows and listen to this video and know my relationship with my son, he had nothing but nurturing. He had caring. His sister is so jealous. She's beyond jealous. She's envious. The only reason why I treated them differently is because they're two different people. Okay? He had nothing but, like the people keep telling me, and I didn't realize I was doing this. They said that I spoiled him. And I was coddling him. This is a grown man. I do what a parent do. You love them. You see them. They need help. If you're in a position to do it, you step up. That's what parents do.
Want to connect with their parents.
Well, then connect then.
Most of us want to connect in a real way with our parents. We just don't feel that it's safe to. And
now that's interesting. So what I would like to ask him, whatever. You have to feel safe. So my question to that is, first question, do you believe that I love you? That's number one. Number two, do you believe that I have your best interests? I always will have your best interests at heart, because to me, that's what love is. Love is when you make sacrifices and when you have the best interest for a person. So I would like to ask my children, can you honestly say in front of Jehovah Jesus and that Bible that I don't have your best interest at heart? And I'm doing the best I can with the situation I'm in, battling my own weaknesses and areas. Do you honestly believe that if you need your mother to show up and show out, that I won't? My daughter already knows that, baby. When she was in the hospital going back and forth, had a husband, and they never kept her in the hospital. You know what my daughter did? She said, hold up, I'm going to get my mother. She's a pit bull. She know I'm a pit bull when it comes to her. When I went into that hospital, honey, and after I got through listening and to taking in information, and I spoke with the administration or whatever in that hospital, guess what happened? They kept her. Her husband couldn't pull that off. I loved her that much. So she knows that when the time the chips are down and I need somebody to show the hell out, call my mother, the pit bull. Call me a pit bull if you want to, and I will always be a pit bull for mine.
Talking about is emotional safety, because emotional safety and physical safety go hand in hand. If you don't feel emotionally safe to communicate your fears,
let's talk about emotionally safety. Also has a lot to do with grow up. It's called maturity. The way you felt at 10 years old and 12 years old and 15 years old, or before your brain was fully developed, which is around 25, 26, you're in your 40s now. You have to grow up. You can't talk to these kids, man, because you have to sugarcoat everything. You have to, oh my God, I'm almost in tears just to have a conversation. What? That's called grow up. You know what that's also called? Arrested development. They have arrested development where they never grew up emotionally because of the things that happened to them from these men, at the hands of these men. As you know, my son is gay. He lets you know, everybody know. And what these men, my daughter has been through her trials and her tribulations with men too, child. And they don't know how to shake it like their mother. I know how to shake it, let it go, and keep it moving. But they're still stuck. And instead of putting the blame where it should be, they rather put it, you know who? It's always the mother.
your desires, your wants with your parent. Are you really connecting with them on a real level? If they try to belittle you and criticize you, calling you overly sensitive because you are a highly sensitive person, able to perceive and intuit.
Honey, some people are overly sensitive and some people are highly sensitive. My children are overly sensitive. They can talk until their tongue bleed and until their lips and blow up and hurt. They are overly sensitive. Things that was not meant to hurt you, they will see it, take it to another level. You say things to them that you thought was going to lift them up, and instead, the way you saw that, how did you see that like that? How did you come to that conclusion? I don't get it. You have some people, and it's a fact. Am I correct? Yes or no? Just help me here. Is there such a thing as overly sensitive people? Yes or no? Even my son has to say yes, but nothing. You are overly sensitive, you and your sister. It is what it is.
Certain things, that's a gift. Vulnerability is a gift, and for them to try to criticize that, berate you.
Vulnerability is a beautiful thing, honey. And it's also good that he needs to learn. Show people that you have some flaws. Yeah, can you manage that one? I want to see him make some videos. I have flaws. Yeah, I messed up here. I made bad decisions. I can't say because I didn't have a good daddy and a good mommy. Nah. I made those decisions. I knew God's law. My mother pushed me out of her body right into God's hands. I knew the Bible. I knew Jehovah Jesus, man, before anybody that I ever came in contact with. I knew it all. And I chose not to listen. I made those decisions. It had nothing to do with me having a bad mommy and a bad daddy. I was full-blown adult in the driver's seat when I made those decisions. But like I said, some people, they always want to be the victim. They don't want you to apologize. They don't want that. They don't want you to take accountability. They don't want that either. They want to beat you and beat you forever, honey. They're never going to let you off the hook for you not being a perfect parent, honey. They're going to beat you forever. So get ready for it. You either keep taking that beating or you have to fall back and pray to ask Jehovah to help them to grow up emotionally and to mature and learn how to take accountability. And no parent, when they're trying to make it up to you, should have to cry and beg and plead to try to do good things for you. Because you see, they don't want that. They want to be a victim. Always the victim.
Put you down at every turn. That's not a loving parent.
Child, please.
That's not a loving parent at all. That's somebody that's just cruel. That wants to basically just see you suffer.
What?
That's not love.
What? Oh, child.
And that's a parent that's also very resentful. For some reason, emotionally immature parents are resentful of their children. They're angry at their children.
I'm not angry at my children. I am not resentful for my children. My children, my son, he has a lot of, let me tell you what he is. Bitter, angry, and resentment. Because he never had children. He didn't get married. He can't sustain relationships. He looks at his sister's life and he wished that that was his because he believes that she's living the life of Riley and he feels like he was the one left stuck with me. You weren't left stuck with me. This man been working since he was 15 with his working papers. He left home at the age of 33. Now, if I was such a horrible, monstrous parent, you know, she's just horrible. She just says, oh, whatever, monstrous. 33 years old? I mean, really? And my brother, who he was living with me until he was like he was not until, but he was in his 50s. My brother didn't even want to leave my house. But due to legalities, my brother, he was forced to leave. But if I'm this monster like he paints me to be, trust me, baby, you would have packed your bags at 15. There's a lot of kids that left home at 15. They got their working papers, got themselves a room, and they were gone. They would hardly stay around until the age of 33. But like they say, some kids are just spoiled and they're coddled.
They can't control them.
Child, please.
They always try to offer unsolicited advice. And then when you say, no, please don't respect that boundary, they get angry.
It's not that you offer unsolicited advice, but you have to have a conversation with my son. When he's telling you a situation, right? Okay. And then he's had experience with people who they listened to what he said, and then they immediately went off and started talking about themselves. They didn't even take time to look into what he was saying. They just immediately just forgot about what you're saying. Well, let's talk about me and let's bring it on to me. He wasn't happy with that either. So it's like there's no pleasing this kid. He's looking for a unicorn. I'm serious. He has a picture in his head. And he has people, he wants his friends to be people of color. They got to be 6'2" or 6 feet and up. They got to all be good looking. They all got to be up with swag. You know, what kind of craziness is that? And when you don't fit that exact same picture in this man's head, you know, you're not measuring up, child, it's a lot of work.
And then they violate the boundary again, which causes you to then remove yourself from the equation because you realize that you're not being respected. It's this vicious cycle. All they have to do is respect your boundaries. All he has to do is understand that that works both ways. And all you have to understand is may your boundaries be reasonable. How dare you say people are not allowed to feel the way they feel? People can't help the way they feel. How dare you tell people what they can say, how to talk, how to walk, how to chew, what? Whoa. We're going to have to do a part 2 on this, baby. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.